Oh, welcome to another edition of 42nd Street Pete's Grindhouse. Really weird cinema edition for Valentine's Day. And no, I'm not doing My Bloody Valentine. Fuck those slasher films anyway. I got fucking tired of them in the 80s. I mean, every other week it was like a holiday themed slasher film. My Bloody Valentine, Christmas Evil, April Fool's Day, New Year's Evil, God, Mother's Day, whatever the fuck. So yeah, that wore thin. But no, the film we're going to talk about today is the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, the first film that Corman directed outside of AIP for a major studio, and working with major actors like Jason Robards, George Siegel, Ralph Meeker, people like that. Also, it's loaded with character actors like Joe Turkel, Harold J. Stone, Joseph Campanella, Frank Silvera. So it is actually a really pretty close to accurate study of events leading up to that whole thing. And, Corman really did it well. And it came in on time and under budget. So he got a bunch of props for that. Jason Robards is completely one of the best portrayals of Al Capone I've ever seen, because Al was supposedly, he'd lose it at times, and Robards does that during the film. The interesting thing was that Corman managed to sneak some of his regular people into the film. I mean, Leo Gordon is Mike the Pike Heitler. Leo, of course, was known to major films and major, studios as a veteran heavy, but he also had partnered up with Corman doing a bunch of stuff, including writing screenplays like for Attack of the Giant Leeches. The other little surprises in there were Dick Miller and Jonathan Hayes. Dick Miller was one of the fake cops that gunned down the guys. Jonathan Hayes, I think, was the guy, Vic, riding the motorcycle or whatever. Betsy Jones Moreland was in there. And Jack Nicholson off into the background, and he's the guy that was sitting there rubbing garlic on the bullets. And I think his line was, "Yeah, we rub garlic on the bullets. It gives them blood poisoning." So Corman got his guys in there, and the film was a success. Actually, it was pretty good. A lot of action, and like I say, a lot of great character actors in there. I'm missing guys like John Agar, Reed Hadley, bunch of guys there. Bruce Dern was in there as Johnny May, and the thing was, everybody has seen the picture of the aftermath, the way the bodies fell. Well, they showed all the actors involved, that picture, so they would probably fall in that right direction. And they pretty much did. Actually, two of them bumped into each other, but that's actually the way they had fallen when they died. And there was a weird little homage because there was a broken pipe with water gushing out of it. And I remember I just watched the Blu-ray of Extreme Prejudice, and Michael Ironside was saying that his death scene, where he was like hanging there with the water gushing over him, was sort of like a homage to that scene. But I don't know if this is available on Blu-ray or DVD anymore. I still have the DVD. I haven't looked to see if it was released on a Blu-ray. But it's definitely a really good fucking movie. A lot of action, a lot of drama, and a lot of great performances. And, being it is Valentine's Day, I figured, what the hell. And, the fucked up part is that it will be a few years today that a guy I really loved, Colonel Dave Friedman, had passed away on Valentine's Day. And when I had called up his niece to express my condolences, she goes, "Pete, don't worry about it. St. Valentine's Day Massacre, Dave would have wanted it this way." So, and I know nobody can afford fucking candy anymore. I mean, chocolates are going through the roof, but my little sick, perverse sense of humor came up with this. Give her what she really wants, a little dicky do. So, I know, I gotta fuck around. I gotta break the monotony here because things are so fucking depressing with all this shit going on. And I just had a Boots update the other day. She's still doing well. I'm just keeping an eye on her because whatever it was, it must have been some kind of liver infection that jacked the enzymes up and made her sick. She's done with the meds so far. She's okay, but like I said, I got to keep an eye. So that's what I'm doing. And I thank again everybody who was concerned and reached out to me to say what was going on there. You hear her barking in the background now, so I guess the mail's finally coming. So, all right, happy Valentine's Day to you and yours. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for tuning in. Above all, stay safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.